Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Before we dive into today's deep dive, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps us to keep bringing you this elite level tactical content. Today, we are breaking down the massive London derby between Fulham and West Ham United, with the Africa Cup of Nations forcing three major changes to Marco Silva's starting 11 and the Hammers fighting for their lives in 18th place. This is set to be a tactical chess match. We're looking at how the Whites will adapt without their Nigerian stars and why this festive fixture could be the turning point for both clubs' seasons. Let's get straight into the analysis. The upcoming London derby between Fulham and West Ham United promises to be a fascinating tactical encounter, heavily influenced by external factors that have forced both managers to rethink their strategies. For the visiting side, the challenges presented by the Africa Cup of Nations have necessitated a significant and immediate re-evaluation of their core structure, creating a degree of unpredictability that could either work in their favor or prove to be deeply destabilizing. This analysis delves into the tactical landscape of Fulham Football Club as they prepare for this crucial fixture, examining the recent history, the solutions found, and the profound impact of the enforced personnel changes. Fulham's season has been marked by a challenging start, a period that followed a magnificent job done by their manager, Marco Silva, since his arrival in 2023. The initial struggles were underpinned by a combination of injury concerns and a noticeable dip in form among several key players who had been instrumental in previous campaigns. Antonee Robinson, widely regarded as one of the best left-backs in the league throughout the 2024-25 season, has only recently returned to full fitness. Simultaneously, players such as Joachim Andersen, Calvin Bassey, Sander Berge, and Sasha Lukic have struggled to consistently maintain the high performance levels expected of them. The midfield pairing of Berge and Lukic, for instance, had concluded the previous season in solid form, providing a robust physical foundation at the heart of Fulham's play. Together, they combined for an impressive 11.45 progressive actions per 90 minutes. However, even this strong finish could not entirely mask the team's poor end to the season, which saw Silva's side collect a mere 12 points from their final 10 games. These late-season struggles carried over into the current campaign. With Berge's defensive output decreasing and Lukic's progressive performance also waning, it became increasingly clear that a change in the defensive midfield structure was urgently required to restore balance and drive. The key to unlocking this conundrum was the deployment of the Nigerian international, Alex Iwobi. In a tactical masterstroke, Iwobi was utilized in a deeper midfield role, a position previously occupied by Andreas Pereira before his move to sunnier shores in São Paulo with Palmeiras. Iwobi brought a significant progressive quality to this department, quickly establishing himself as the team's primary ball mover. His statistics underscore his importance. He recorded the most progressive passes with 86 and the most progressive carries with 51 across the entire Fulham squad. Furthermore, Iwobi's deeper positioning allowed Silva to field an additional attacker, which saw Samuel Chukwueze introduced on the left flank. Chukwueze, in turn, added his distinctive brand of direct dribbling and creative flair to the front line, injecting much-needed dynamism. Despite featuring for only 398 minutes this season, Chukwueze's impact has been nothing short of sensational. He has scored 2 goals and provided 4 assists, yielding an incredible rate of return. 1 goal involvement for every 66 minutes he spends on the pitch. This rate is remarkably close to the 64 minutes per goal or assist rate currently maintained by the league's most prolific striker, Erling Haaland. However, the solutions found through the Nigerian duo of Iwobi and Chukwueze have now been abruptly removed by the AFCON tournament. These 2 players, along with their fellow countryman and defensive stalwart, Calvin Bassey, who has started every game but one this season, have departed for international duty. The loss of this Nigerian trio forces a significant and immediate change upon Fulham. How Marco Silva manages this period of enforced absence will likely be the defining factor in whether the Cottagers can maintain their distance from the relegation battle or find themselves drawn back into the precarious zone. Before we carry on, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. This is really important because it strengthens the claret and blue family, making our West Ham bigger and stronger every day. The defensive line is the first area to be affected. Bassey's absence will almost certainly force the Spanish center-back, Jorge Cuenca, into the starting lineup. This will be only the fourth time Cuenca has started this season and the eighth time in the Premier League since his arrival from Villarreal in the summer of 2024. While Villarreal narrowly missed out on European qualification by just 4 points that season, Cuenca enjoyed a strong individual campaign. His defensive metrics were impressive, ranking him in the top 8% for clearances, with 5.23 per 90 minutes, the top 10% for tackles won, with 1.33 per 90 minutes, and the top 17% for aerials won, with 2.75 per 90 minutes. He will partner Joachim Andersen in the backline, with the Danes' excellent long passing range ensuring the team retains a high level of progression from deep. In midfield, the absence of Iwobi means Sasha Lukic will likely return to a more central role. The Serbian international has struggled to match his previous performance levels with the ball this campaign, dropping from the 36th percentile for progressive passes at 3.76 per 90 minutes down to the bottom 10% this season at 2.68 per 90 minutes. This drop in output could place increased pressure on Sander Berge to become the team's primary hub in the build-up phase. Such a clear reliance on Berge could simplify the opposition's pressing strategy, giving them a clear target to close down and potentially stifling Fulham's creative flow. This tactical shift in the center of the park could, in turn, decrease the supply to Fulham's attacking midfield unit. The left flank is likely to see the return of the Brazilian winger, Kevin. The club's record signing, who made the switch from the Ukrainian Premier League side Shakhtar Donetsk in the summer, has only featured from the start 4 times this season as he continues his period of adaptation to the English game. Despite his limited minutes, Kevin has demonstrated his immense potential and directness. He has attempted the most take-ons in the entire Fulham team, with 45, and has the most carries into the penalty area, with 12. His individual brilliance and direct style are set to pose a significant challenge to the West Ham right-back, Kyle Walker-Peters, who is adapting to a key starting role following the departure of Aaron Wan-Bissaka for the AFCON tournament. With so many changes being forced upon Marco Silva's starting lineup and overall approach, it will be incredibly difficult for the opposing manager, Nuno Espirito Santo, to anticipate exactly how Fulham will set up. This element of unpredictability could be a major asset for Fulham, or it may have a destabilizing effect on their recent, more positive run of form, which has seen them secure 4 wins in 6 matches, including a thrilling 4-5 defeat to Pep Guardiola's Manchester City. In any case, the key man for the opposition to control will undoubtedly be the Welsh international Harry Wilson. The former Liverpool winger has been in scintillating form since the last international break, where he scored a hat-trick in Wales's crucial victory. He is expected to feature on the right flank, an area where West Ham are currently most depleted, with Malik Diouf also at AFCON and Ollie Scarles struggling with injury. Controlling Wilson's influence will be paramount to controlling the game, and if the West Ham side can find the right formula to neutralize the Welshman, they stand a strong chance of securing a vital 3 points in this festive fixture. The tactical intricacies of Fulham's enforced changes must be viewed against the broader context of both clubs' current form and league standing. The situation at West Ham United is, frankly, alarming. The team currently occupies the 18th position in the league table, which places them squarely in the relegation zone, having accumulated a meager 13 points so far this season. This precarious campaign is a direct reflection of the instability plaguing the squad under the management of Nuno Espirito Santo. Their record speaks volumes, a mere 3 victories, 4 draws, and a staggering 10 defeats. The pressure is mounting, particularly as the team has failed to secure a win in their last 5 matches, compounded by a deeply concerning home performance, having suffered 6 defeats in just 8 games at their own stadium. In stark contrast, Fulham, under the composed guidance of Marco Silva, are enjoying a period of relative tranquility. The Cottagers sit comfortably in the 13th position with 23 points, affording them a crucial 10-point cushion above the danger zone. Their recent results have been encouraging, securing 3 wins in their last 5 outings. They will undoubtedly be looking to exploit the instability of their London rivals to secure valuable points away from home. The issue of key absences due to the Africa Cup of Nations casts a long shadow over both sides, forcing significant adjustments to the predicted starting 11s. For West Ham, the defensive unit is particularly hit, with Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Malik Diouf both away on international duty. Furthermore, they are without the injured goalkeeper, Łukasz Fabianski. The likely starting 11 for the Hammers will see Areola in goal, protected by a back three of Todibo, Mavropanos, and Scarles. The midfield is expected to feature Potts, Magassa, Paquetá, and Fernandes, with the attacking impetus provided by Somerville, Bowen, and Füllkrug. Fulham's squad depth is also being severely tested. As previously analyzed, the Nigerian trio of Alex Iwobi, Calvin Bassey, and Samuel Chukwueze are all unavailable due to AFCON commitments. Additionally, the attacking options are reduced by the confirmed absence of striker Rodrigo Muniz, who is currently in the medical department. The probable starting lineup for Fulham is anticipated to be Lino in goal, a back four of Tete, Anderson, Robinson, and Cuenca, a midfield three comprising Lukic, Kearney, and Pereira, and a front three of Wilson, Jimenez, and Willian. This comparison of the likely lineups and current form reinforces the tactical challenge facing Marco Silva. While the predicted Fulham lineup appears strong, the integration of players like Cuenca and the shifting of Lukic into a more demanding role will test the team's cohesion. The inclusion of Kearney and Pereira in the midfield three suggests a greater emphasis on ball retention and creativity, aiming to control the tempo against a West Ham side that is struggling for confidence. The key battlegrounds remain unchanged. The duel between the in-form Harry Wilson and the West Ham left-back, likely Scarles or Potts, will be critical, especially given the Hammers' depletion on that flank. If Fulham can successfully isolate Wilson in one-on-one situations, they stand a strong chance of creating high-quality scoring opportunities. Conversely, West Ham's best chance lies in the attacking quality of Paquetá and Bowen, who will seek to exploit any lack of familiarity in the newly formed Fulham midfield and defensive pairings. Ultimately, the match is a clash of contrasting pressures. West Ham is under immense pressure to secure a win and climb out of the relegation zone, a desperation that can either galvanize a team or lead to further tactical errors. Fulham, while enjoying a more comfortable league position, must navigate the immediate crisis of losing 3 key starters. The side that best manages their internal instability and exploits the opposition's weaknesses will emerge victorious. Given Fulham's recent run of form and the tactical flexibility Marco Silva has demonstrated, they possess the necessary tools to secure a positive result, provided the newly introduced players can quickly adapt to the high demands of the Premier League. The unpredictability of the situation, however, means that this London derby is poised to be a tense and closely fought affair, likely decided by a single moment of individual brilliance or a costly defensive lapse. So that's all for today, folks. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, leave a comment, share, and of course subscribe to the channel for more. Take care, and I'll see you next time.